Have you ever tried to accomplish something, but only kept failing and failing instead of succeeding? If so, what did you do? Did you give up and not attempt to ever again? Or did you not give up and keep trying to succeed? Most of the time, success only occurs after failure. Thomas Edison once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always just to try one more time." This quote basically states that giving up is our weakness, and we should keep trying and trying until we succeed. I agree with this positive message that Thomas Edison proves and its concepts of determination and persistence. Thomas Edison himself is a living example of his quote. He had experimented over 1,000 times in his attempt to create a light bulb, but failed every single time. His only way to success was to keep on trying, and that is exactly what he did. And after 1,000 attempts of only failure, he finally became successful in creating the first electric light bulb. 3 examples of people who shared a similar experience: Sidney Poitier, Charles Darwin, and Ang Lee. My first example, Sidney Poitier, is still striving today at the age of 89 years old. He is known as a famous actor, film director, author, and diplomat. In 1964, he became the first African American to win an Academy Award for the Best Actor for his role in the movie Lilies of the Field. Sidney Poitier wasn't always successful. Let's take a look at his life before the fame. When Sidney Poitier first auditioned for the American Negro Theater, he flubbed his lines and spoke in a heavy Caribbean accent, which made the director angrily tell him to stop wasting his time and get a job as a dishwasher. Sidney Poitier did not let himself be discouraged by this, so he persisted and was motivated and kept working on his craft. By not giving up and trying again and again, Sidney Poitier eventually became a highly successful Hollywood star. And along with that, he helped break the color barrier in the American film industry. Next, my second example, Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is an English naturalist and geologist who is best known for his contributions to the science of evolution. Charles Darwin reshaped the world of biology by bringing forth the concept of evolution. Charles Darwin wasn't always recognized for his scientific discoveries. In fact, he was considered just an average student. He had given up on a career in medicine and was going to become a member of the clergy. But as Charles Darwin studied nature, he found his true calling and his love for this. So he traveled the world to uncover nature's mysteries. His writings, especially on the origin of species, fundamentally changed the world by spreading this new fascinating discovery of evolution. Charles Darwin had came back to be successful and did not actually give up. He had tried again and succeeded doing so. Finally, my last example, Ang Lee. Ang Lee is a film director, screenwriter, and producer. He is a 3-time Academy Award-winning director and the man behind mega hits like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Life of Pi, and Brokeback Mountain. Just like the 2 other men I have mentioned, Ang Lee was not so prosperous in the beginning of his career. He had failed Taiwan's college entrance exams twice. Then he tried to go to acting school, but his English wasn't quite good enough. He was constantly failing and failing everything he tried out for, but not too long after, his determination and persistence gave him the success that he strived for. All 3 of these successful men shared one thing in common. They had never given up until they found success. They always were persistent and determined to keep trying again. These 3 successes come together to prove the positive message that Thomas Edison portrays in his quote, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. the most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. From this quote and my 3 examples, we can learn that giving up is never the answer, and it is in fact our weakness. The answer is to keep on trying until we succeed. Thank you.